it's an historic day, actually. We have to just pull back and think of the history of that. I just finished reading a book called Whiskey Kings, and it was the end of Prohibition and the beginning of the legal rule of liquor in Ontario 100 years ago. So it's fascinating and historic. Today, on the Ontario Cannabis Store website, ocs.ca, you can purchase dried cannabis, you can purchase rolled cannabis, there are oils and capsules that you can purchase, and those are legally obtainable in Ontario.
What about in terms of, because I know there's been a little bit of confusion on this just with people I've been interacting with over social media, in terms of where you can smoke here in Ontario, where you cannot smoke, can you touch on some of those?
It's very easy. Follow the Smoke-Free Ontario Act, and that tells you wherever you can smoke cigarettes, you can smoke cannabis, with the exception of in a car and in a boat.
Okay. Now, one of the real interesting wrinkles to legal marijuana in Canada is that the provinces and municipalities even further have some say in sort of how this is rolled out. For the most part, it's 19 plus across
how
Canada,
it's
including here
rolled
in
out.
Ontario.
So cool.
Online today, and then 6 months from now, April 1st, April Fool's Day, interestingly enough, brick and mortar stores will open up. Why was this the model that worked for Ontario?
We wanted to meet the federal law because it is a federally enacted law. So that's why we went online, and we really want to see what other provinces do in terms of their bricks and mortar, how it evolves. Learn from their challenges and be ready on April 1. We've gone with a private retail model, and so shortly we'll open up the opportunity for licenses.
Okay, so run me through the delivery process. Let's say today, right after this interview, I go on ocs.ca, I fill out my cart, order some marijuana. For that to arrive to my door, what are the checks and balances that are in place to make sure everything's on the up and up here?
So first of all, on the website is a rigorous process where you're asked several times about your age, and you have to put your age in. So once you go through that process, you can either go and tour the site and learn about cannabis, or you can just go right to the order. The information is not kept. You don't have to build an account. Every time you go on, you go through the same process. So once you order, you can go and browse the products, order. In 1 to 3 days, they're shipped to you. The products are shipped to you. When you come and they're shipped to your door, and only to you. They can't be left there. They can't be delivered to someone else. Only the valid ID showing that you're over 19 or over, and that's who the person will be delivered to and signed for.
Let's talk about, listen, you and I both know you could walk down Queen Street. I haven't checked today, but anytime over the past few years, you could walk down to any number of illegal dispensaries and purchase marijuana. What's going to happen to those that are still operating today?
Today is a very, very critical day for those businesses, because if they are operating today, now the law, yesterday the law was a little different. Today the law came in that the local police force can shut you down immediately. It's now a $250,000 fine, and the incentive to the municipality to do that, they keep the money. So if you're the landlord and you have an illegal facility, you also get a $250,000 fine, and they can seize your building. And if you're a corporation that owns the building, it's $1 million fine. So the hammer comes down today on these illegal businesses. And if they're still open, they can never, ever get a license in Ontario.
Okay, not mixing words. Punitive penalties.
Oh my God, Melvin. Melvin has 2 dispensaries, and that old guy with that building, it's called the Latino Mall, Melvin and Finch.
Can you elaborate on that?
He's going to get shut down. Get $1 million, his building taken away. He deserves it. He's a jackass and an asshole. My boy got shot up there. He had a dispensary.
A little more time for this.
Milvan and Finch. Milvan, Milvan and Finch. Toronto. He was the 50th homicide in Toronto. He had a dispensary. He was shot.
So it's interesting.
I was on the second stair. He was on the first stair. I almost got shot. I had the store next door to him. And he's dead. Now it's 85 number homicides in Toronto from his death at 50. There's been another 35 shot. Now, November the 17th, 2018.
more plentiful than the fact that
We got the illegal marijuana, and two of those dispensaries. Now there's another dispensary in the dispensary where he was killed, and on the side there's a green apple there. A bunch of triads run that. So what's going to happen is these guys are going down, the building's going down, everybody's going down, but the guy who owns the building deserves it. He's an old guy from Pakistan, and he's very, very evil. When my boy got shot, he says, oh, this is just a part of business. He deserves to be busted, this fucker.